students at Smash Ultimate events, one of the few people in our top seeding list to actually just straight up not have any placings recorded across any of the events listed. But we all know this kid's a beast. His showing in doubles certainly proving just that. Already in the top 4, but potentially about to go a little bit further with his cousin Leo.
Right. Okay, looking for the sandwich there. We've got some double Ike action going on the right side of the stage. Really interested to see how that's going to play out here, because obviously both players very familiar with this character inside and out. And obviously, so you can't quite play to this character straight. You're going to have to play the off-stage game here. Okay, forward air, and then Roy. Very surprised to see the Roy here. I mean, I take it back. I'm surprised, but I'm also not surprised at the same time. This character is very strong here in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, of course, Crom, one of the early favorites for a lot of people, but everyone's talking about Roy, man.
Man, you guys remember, he's our boy, dude, all right? He can do what some of these other guys can't, or so the legend goes. Okay, sure, how Nair try to punish it with the jab, or excuse me, not jab, forward tilt. Forward tilt sits deceptively strong, too, if you get the real hitbox, not the butter knife hitbox.
Yeah, the wet noodle.
Yeah, that's ugh. Nobody wants that, man.
But, of course, Roy, especially piloted by a player like Javi, is just going to be able to get in there, get that center sweet spot, wipe stocks off the board real early. But right now, we see the true test of who's going to pull ahead early in this match. So far, Ben Light and Mars just barely, but an immediate response.
Yes, wasting little to no time, man. You got to answer back and as quickly as possible. That's history. Both of these sides, so they know how to get a lead. They know how to extend it, man.
You see Javi just abandoning the idea of edge guarding Light. Going to go straight back to help Leo out. Unfortunately, going to cost him a stock.
Okay, good footwork in and out, taking that platform away from him, gets the short hop Nair to the forward air. Nice down throw, what we about to get from him. Well, actually ended up letting him off the hook, but that was smart though. I think he knew his teammate was going to come and help him out. There's the counter, wait a second.
Oh, so smart from Leo, not even going to wait for the next up B from Mars. Just drops down and swings on the ending of the air dodge. So much lag that you're in after a directional air dodge. A lot of people are getting away with murder kind of off stage with it, but you don't have too much respect for it, you can go out there and swing.
Right. Oh, you know, trying to open up, Mars with the short hop Nair. You know, Roy been very healthy here for the most part. Very surprised too. You know, usually it's the Roy season that gets pretty ballsy. But I guess that's kind of what you have Ike for in this situation. Roy can kind of be more of the grounded one on this team. Nice.
Javi keep getting tossed around here. Leo already down to his last stock, but the same could be said about Mars. The Ike's really taking the front lines and much of the beatings here. Very reminiscent of Smash 4, how Leo would go up in the front, do whatever he pleases. And we've got Javi in the back, backing him up with needles. Of course, no projectiles on his side this time, but the burst movement options of Roy,
yes,
really strong and able to close the distance and bust Leo out of a bad spot.
Yes, with how just strong, you know, very similar to what you see with Samsor and Slayers. You know, Ike and Roy have definitely taken a sip from that same cup. You know, just with how light Fox is, you know, it's going to make it. It's going to make all the difference that Mars holds out on his stocks the way that he can, because Fox can't be there to disrupt team combos and go for kills on his own. He has to play one role or the other, at least versus these two characters.
And man, we were talking about how the low angle forward throw plus Ike combination is really dangerous, and you saw it right there from Javi and Leo. The Roy forward throw sending you right in front of and slightly above Ike, gonna get you crushed by a smash attack immediately after. Light and Mars, man, they've been looking so good, and they were looking very good at the beginning of that match as well, but unfortunately just gonna fall a little bit. The perseverance of Leo and Javi keeping them going through it.
Yeah, man, Javi and Leo just phenomenal players, man, in their own right. You know, Light and Mars, though, I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to the table here. Now, of course, if the Ike doesn't quite work here, for Mars, we could see a character shift. I highly doubt we're going to see that, though. But I think, you know, in order to mix things up and, you know, force the opponents to kind of respect you a little bit more, DSS might do the trick. Who sees here? Let's see how this game here goes.
Just a dangerous game to play Leo with one of his own characters, too, right?
Yeah, right. Like, that's another thing, too. Like, isn't that, it's kind of scary to think about moving into this. No, they're not. Yeah, we gotta flip the scores. But it's all good, though, man. If you watched that last game, then you know what went down here. But, man, it looks like Mars, though, trying to prove us wrong. Let me know, no, those scores were right, man. Look at how well I'm playing.
You know what's funny, man? Mars actually one of the best people at coming in with the Ditto matchup against your own character and showing you his own brand as well. Oh, Leo, or I'm sorry, Javi just gonna trade the stock there to get rid of Light. I like that, man. That was cool.
Yeah. You know, you're right about that because I forgot, like, there was a couple instances where we would get a ZSF smash. Yeah, man. I was like, ooh, these matches here, like, you know, there's a lot on the line that's not really being talked about, but, you know what I'm saying? I think at the end of the day, obviously, it all comes down to respect, and I think that's what made those dittos, you know, that much more fun to watch.
Exactly, man. At one of those early K-Tars, one of Mars' breakout events, I believe he made it all the way to grand finals against Nairo. Played him in the ditto, kept it super close. I believe he did not come out on top, though, so maybe looking to rewrite the story here against Leo. So far, Mars looking like the MVP, healthiest player on the screen in this match so far.
Dang. Oh, no. Okay, it's about to do it to him for a second. I like that air dodge right on the top of the stage there. Doesn't go for the ledge. Got some smart stuff. Yeah, not quite enough gas left in the tank, though. I did like that backer. He tried to, like, kind of change his trajectory so he could get back towards the ledge, but unfortunately, just was not quite enough here. Javi and Leo not looking very good here. The green team definitely coming out swinging.
Yeah, man, they've been dropping like flies in this match so far. Oh, love that, though. The back throw to up tilt. Gonna cover the save attempt as well. Clean up the stock.
It's one of those rare instances where you can't, you know, you almost have to play the 2 1v1 game. You know, obviously, MkLeo and Javi, very, very dominant in their own right, you know, singles or doubles. But I think, you know, in a situation like this, what the heck? We got synced up. What is this?
2 Ike forward smashes at the same time and both connected? Did I just see that?
I think so. I think you just can't allow Javi and Leo to play together anymore. Yeah, see ya.
Yeah, they are way too dangerous as a unit. And we're seeing that in effect, well, at least we did in the first game. Mars and Light together, though, the same could be said about them. These guys are ridiculous once they get moving.
Yes.
You saw that Mars with like 5 kills?
Yeah, man, Mars went to work, man.
He took them to Mars.
Yeah, he did, man, and dropped them off. Now, with MkLeo and Javi, they're gonna need just a second to kind of bring things back to home field. They're like, okay, you know, we had a very strong game number 1, very dominant. Game number 2, though, you know, much different tone, much different pacing. Was it something that we were doing wrong, or was it the stage? I mean, there's a lot that you kind of have to take into consideration there.
And you'd have to think, with 2 of the same character in play here, the stage can't be blamed for all that much, right? Oh, Leo, though, is it time? No. Okay, Lucina. Very interesting that that's going to be his pick. Also, I love that they're using the yellow team. I like that's an option in 4-player games rather than having to go to 8-player Smash.
That's right.
Super Saiyan for sure.
There's a lot of room on that last stage too to work with too. And I think that was something that really aided the green team. You know, you allowed Fox not have to worry about being sandwiched by all these swordsmen. He's able to kind of move freely, you know, kind of get his hits, move in and move out when he wants.
Yeah, take more advantage of that speed. Oh, look at these combos. Mars is like only single-digit % each. Meanwhile, Leo and Javi approaching dangerous territory. You see Mars just throw Javi away and immediately jump into the 2v1. Leo, though, fending him off.
You know, I like that switch to the scene as well. I think he understood that there's a good opportunity that Ike can be edge guarded, especially by another Ike. And with this in mind, we go for somebody a little bit more solid all the way across the line. The trade some kill and some combo power with the ability to recover. Gets the short hop there. Right to dash at that time. No up smash yet. Nearing that %, though, that's for sure. I expect to see that next follow-up is definitely ending the up smash there from Light.
Got a bit of a comeback in motion from the yellow team. Got some stage control. Oh, forward throw up smash. Yeah, Roy's throw is just so good for follow-ups and doubles, man. Mars and Light getting a bit battered up here.
All right, you got to watch how you attack Roy, man. He has those parries on point.
Yeah, I feel like all these players are quite good at that. And hey, man, 2 months into the game, something you should definitely be ready to do. Of course, in tournament, it's a whole different ball game.
I know it's harder. It's a lot harder, but man, it definitely goes the distance in the long run. Uh-oh, air dodges back immediately, so I'm not about to spend any time out here off stage versus Lucina. Are you crazy? Gets the double up air kill. We'll take it, man. We'll even it out. We'll take it.
Yeah, of course, one of them being on his teammate, but Mars just swinging to kill right now. I think they want to ride that momentum wave from the last match as far as they possibly can. Of course, the start of this game looked a lot better for them, but Leo and Javi, not a team to trifle with. They could have that lead snatched from them so quickly. Now a much more even exchange. So Mars juggling Leo here. No more Ike dittos.
Right. There's Lava Gang. Javi kind of hanging back in the cut this time. He's been getting comboed up pretty good here by Light. Like he wants to kind of stay back, and I don't blame him. You know, before he played a character like Ike, it was a lot harder for Roy to stay back because there's going to be points in time where he'd have to help his teammates to get back to the stage. But in this case, when you have Lucina, she can kind of fend for himself out there.
And on the topic of that, Leo going to close Mars' second stock out already. And okay, there goes Roy, there goes Lucina, and we've got a full stock lead. Green team back in the driver's seat.
How much longer is the name of the game here? If they could get a stock taking off of one of these two key players on the green team, they can even this thing back up. Okay, short hop. Oh my God, like that. Try to trick him. Try to catch the Fox losing with the forwarder there. Just a little bit too late on the execution.
Oh, Leo gunning for light. Maybe he has a score to settle, just completely ignoring Mars there. Oh no, the team combo grab, or rather the friendly fire grab.
Oh my God, I think he was expecting the tech roll in, so he can try to catch with the sweet card there, the forward smash. There's the forward tilt though.
Leo and light off stage counter, yes, there we go. Making sure to drift just a little bit inward to have the counter send light outward.
And I like that he went for counter first and not forwarder, because with forwarder, there could have been an opportunity that it would have hit him into the stage. He would have been able to tech.
Exactly.
And then get back to the ledge, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's also why he drifted forward for the counter, just to make light go on the left side of him.
Heck yeah.
I might be reading a little too far into that, but either way, speaking of reads, we've got light crushing Javi stock with an up smash read, catching him jumping. And this is a tall mountain to climb for the Mexican team right now.
Yeah, dash hack should be, it's going to be enough to do it, man. All right, man, green team moving. You know, again, it seems to be a repetitive story, you know, like one side kind of gets blown up game number one, or one side has a very, very strong showing, and then like things slowly but surely start to kind of move into the opposite ends of the spectrum. You know, people start to adapt, things start to look a little bit better here for the losing side.
And I gotta say, the theme of so many of Leo's sets, both in Ultimate and in Smash 4, was that he always gets to Game 5 somehow. Win or lose, you'll see this man let almost anyone have the longest set of their lives, almost to tire them out, it seems. But let's see if he'll have such luck against Light and Mars here. We see Javi maybe doubting his character choice, Leo perhaps doing the same. Of course, Cloud is not banned in doubles in this game, so we could see either of them bust out that character. Of course, they were both very strong with him in Smash 4, but it looks like Lucina and Roy might be the play.
Yeah, he's hovering over that Lucario, and you know, we haven't quite seen the craziness that Lucario can bring here in doubles in this game. You know, history's shown you got to put a lot of respect in Lucario's name.
Yeah, really, really tough character to deal with in this format.
Yes, and then of course, you know, with the low percent combos that he had in some of the previous iterations, and of course how great low percent combos are in Smash Ultimate. But you know what though, that doesn't even matter at this point, because we got the age-old Cloud burst with the Sheik.
All right, man, Sheik, a character that a lot of people have written off in Ultimate. She just doesn't have the same sauce that so many other characters were given in this game. Not a lot of raw power, but you know what? She does have amazing setup tools, amazing team saves with the needles and pressure. Pretty much a complete package in terms of doubles character, rather than her raw kill power, or other than her raw kill power, which of course Cloud has in spades. So we'll see what Leo's able to bring here in terms of backing up or complementing Javi.
It's only a matter of time, man. It looks like, at least from what we've seen in the past, Sheik is obviously going to rack up the damage. She's going to try to get some KOs when she can, especially on Fox. Well, I guess the same can be said for Ike, too. You know, you get either of those two off stage, she can kind of have your way. But, you know, if she can't quite get the KO, Cloud is going to be there to clean it up. Oh, my goodness. He's not going to be with us for much longer if he doesn't get back to the ledge of the stage.
So smart from Mars, knowing that Leo wanted to preserve his limit. He had just gotten it, didn't want to waste the up B to the edge. That climb hazard would have been a tragic usage of all the juice he had just built up.
Oh, yes.
But there goes Javi's first stock as well. Light, excellent parry on the down air from Cloud. I feel like that's such a good answer to that. It's very predictable when it's going to find its way into your shield range.
So are we going to the... Okay, I thought we were about to take a trip to the blast zone, man. Oh, yeah, he's trying to, man. He said, please stay on my boarding pass. I'm trying to get up in there. Okay. Finishing touch. Not quite enough. Obviously not putting on a lot of percent. Good attempt, though. Don't quite see finishing touch in doubles as much as we used to. You know, it's always like limit blade beam, you know, after a grab, or like, you know, limit cross slash, you know, just kind of KO the opponent in the 2v1. Sheesh.
Oh, geez. All right. Got the backup immediately, but Light still losing that stock, and Leo surviving. Ooh, love that. Leo swinging on the way back. Cloud, character with kind of suspect recovery, but showing no fear in that situation.
Hey, MkLeo struggling to land too, man. I like that recovery option I've seen. You know, he obviously goes for like the limit cancels to trying to stall his recovery so he can get back to the edge of the stage. Right when he ended up getting the limit, Lights ended up taking that stock from him. It was never his.
Oh no, Mars gonna take him down, and that could be the end here of MkLeo and Javi. They have 1 stock to 3, and it's just Sheep. You can't really close your stock out super early. Of course, unless she manages to land a crazy edge guard on these characters who are a bit susceptible there.
And it's rough too because obviously in a 2v1, there's a good opportunity to have to go for some trades just to keep yourself in flow. But she cannot make that. She cannot make that choice, man. She cannot go for any trades, especially not versus these 2 characters.
Oh, Mars with the taunt saying, hey, we got it. Oh, a little miscue there on what they were looking for. Light maybe looking for the hold. Yep. Oh, wow. What a crazy finish. And MkLeo and Javi, 4th place at their first Ultimate Super Major showing.